你们有意识到我们大二要结束了吗？
结束了呢，大三了。
Now it is the end of my sophomore year that way. It is so unbelievable how time flies, and quite ironic at the same time, squeezing year-long memories into 10-minute-ish video. Well, this year, I would describe it as prosperity. Enriching, seizing, and deepening the meaning of year with tons of challenges, goals, and activities, big or small, followed by denial and acceptance of growing up dilemma. Recalling the start of my sophomore year, feeling lost and unsure of my identity. I mean, as a student, I should embrace every moment, like playfully goofing off, hanging out with friends, making mistakes, and daring to try new things. All while sometimes indulging in a bit of childishness. Yet, I found myself drawn to the sense of stability at the same time. Like many of my peers who joined academic clubs and sent out resumes for internships, acting all polished and responsible. But inside, I felt a bit trapped, wondering, is this what growing up feels like? From the beginning of the semester, all activities hinted that I was no longer the fresh face stepped into the new territory. Like, from the welcome party for freshmen, to the orientation camp, finance BBQ, affiliated gathering, the concept prom, and the concept camp. Everything felt familiar. Yet, the only change was that we weren't the main characters anymore. No matter what role I played, I'm still grateful I got to participate in this event. I met so many interesting and talented people, and sharing my freshman experience with them was heartwarming. But the best part was how organizing events for freshmen solidified my friendship with my classmates. Without these activities, I wouldn't have had the chance to be a captain's counselor at the orientation camp and visit the library management over the summer for dance practice, events run-throughs, karaoke nights, or drink check that unexpectedly hit up. I had many experiences of being a counselor for camps throughout this year, and being a counselor at the camp felt both nostalgic and fresh. It was like stepping back into the concept camp that held during my freshman year, but with a completely different crowd. The most significant realizations was that I truly understood what the seniors experienced back in their time. I'm sure they too felt that time passed quickly, reflecting on their memories, while appreciating the opportunities to experience it all again from a different viewpoint. Perhaps it was due to my social anxiety in freshman year that I missed out on the concept prom. Not sure. Which, by the way, made this year prom even more memorable for me. So I don't regret not going back then. I'm just really grateful I was able to join this year. Maybe it's because most of the organizing teams were my friends. The whole experience of enjoying it together was fantastic. My biggest takeaway? Well, after the prom held in the nightclub, it finally gave me the reason to step into the club. I had wanted to go ever since turning 18, but I absolutely detest cigarette smoke, and I heard that clubs can be pretty smoky, so I just never went. So yay me, haha. Anyway, unlike freshman year, sophomore year was a consistent mix of complexity and joy, making it a truly fulfilling journey, whether in the first semester or the second. And these major events were intertwined with everyday moments of fun. I'll never forget the times we happened to have a free moments and end up staying together at the Library of Management. I'll also cherish those spontaneous ice skating trips and the impulsive train ride to Cafe in Hsinchu to study right before the midterm. I'll always remember how I allowed myself to let go all of my worries and took a 2-day road trip with my friends to Ilan before significant events. I can't forget the ICL sections every Thursday last semester, where I actually volunteered earning service hours through such engaging activities. But most importantly, those were a great excuse to meet and get to know your friends better amidst our busy lives. I'll never forget those Tuesdays that were only filled with Amy's class, starting my morning with an internship at my dad's company, and then feeling fun but nervous after completing the impromptu speech course in the afternoon, where I shared conversations with Vicky, transitioning from light to more profound topics, switching from Chinese to English. Of course, I also won't forget every Monday with Miu Miu and Kiki, from our early 8 a.m. sweating PE class to our late 5 p.m. sections. I genuinely love attending class with them. Our similar learning styles make for a good, wonderful sense of progress together. When it comes to courses, if freshman year was all about chasing easy grades, then sophomore year was where the real world vibe began. Sure, not every moment was a walk in the park, but there was a beautiful blend of challenges and fun that made it all worthwhile. As for the fun stuff, I met a chemistry genius through Taekwondo. She was really good. And one more, my weekly PE class in aerobics was a blast. Full of sweat and group performance, but overall fun. Oh, by the way, we got the first place at the end. Yay! Thanks to a dream of working in Dubai, I realized I need to make some money. So I went all in on every opportunity I could find. Scholarships, tutoring, and a big focus for my sophomore year, becoming the assistant to Professor Chin in the finance department. Translating papers, working on projects for the National Science and Technology Council, and handling monthly reports were all manageable. But the real pressures came from his course called The Game Theory with Application to Marketing and Finance. It was a tough class meant for graduate students, and I often felt overwhelmed. To be honest, it was incredibly difficult, and even after the end of the course, I can't say I fully grasped business game theory, but I did learn a lot. I never realized how every detail of life is intertwined with game theory. Watching the professor relate everyday examples to calculus was truly fascinating, especially when it matched our usual rational thinking. But what I'm most grateful for is how this course taught me resilience. It showed me that when faced with challenges, regardless of the outcome, pushing through will always yield valuable rewards. With this mindset, I decided to take on many of the courses I had previously abandoned out of fear, like the programming for business computing course that I had paused in my freshman year. Going from struggling to write anything to being among the first to submit my work was incredibly rewarding. Sophomore year was a journey of growth, though it also came with a share of foolish decisions, mistakes, and failures. For instance, I joined the secretary department of college management, only to realize I wasn't learning anything. I interviewed for a club but later admitted to the senior I knew that I couldn't handle the commitment. It was embarrassing, but it made me more cautious about my next impulsive decisions. Then there was a Kroger case competition, which really shook my confidence. Our group felt inexperienced in this area, and since it was my first time case competitions, I honestly didn't know where to begin. I struggled with how a good presentation template should look and where to start my thought process once we received the topic. Yeah, obviously, we got eliminated quickly. But that frustrating progress taught me a lot about the importance of experience. With a desire for experience in mind, I I decided to muster the courage to venture into unfamiliar territory. Back to KTV, I heard about the MFAC events during the conversation, and with everyone's enthusiasms, I decided to join in. Despite my ignorance of asset management, I found myself unexpectedly become a team counselor. Many aspects of the field still felt foreign to me, but I was grateful for this opportunity that allowed me to get a taste of practical finance. The 5-day, non-overnight program felt more like a personal learning experience than just becoming a counselor. I connected with classmates I normally wouldn't talk to, attend industry talks, speech that opened my eyes to the importance of investing. In fact, I went straight to open brokerage account after the event. Then came the JP Morgan AWMC competition, which consumed a lot of my time in the following semester. Initially, I didn't plan to participate due to my busy schedule, but I thought if I don't join, I might regret it later. After all, this competition was one of the most significant opportunities for growth in my field during my sophomore year. I remember each round had a short preparation period, with many nights, weekends, and even weekdays during class time and midterms dedicated to it. I truly felt relieved that I had participated in MFAC during the winter break, as it gave me a closer look at asset management. All the hard work paid off. We made into the Taiwan finals. Working alongside my teammates and mentor, we transformed our presentations from rough drafts to something polished and refined. I was incredibly proud of what we had accomplished. The coffee chat after the final round was meaningful. And by the way, the food there was amazing. Alright, although we didn't make it into the finals in Hong Kong, the overall experience was exceptional. Lastly, my main focus in my sophomore year was leading the finance night as an event general coordinator. Like this video and like this year, it is so ironic how 6 months of investment for the 2024 finance night came to a close in just 3 hours. For me, the 2024 finance night was perfecto. A rewarding sense of fulfillment for our hard work. I still remember that I was elected as event director by Brendan the Regenerator. Reflecting on that lucky day, I feel truly grateful for the chance to play a key role in creating the 2024 finance night. Throughout the preparation process, I am most thankful for the department heads and team members who stood by me in bringing this year's finance night to life. Honestly, without them, I don't think I would have built such a solid foundation, nor the perfect performance. As sophomore year began, everyone headed in different directions, and I felt anxious and worried that no one would have the time to join this event. Yet, from the moment they agreed to be part of the team to their long hours of dedication, especially during those crucial moments on the day of finance night, my heart was filled with gratitude for all of them. As a first-time events director, so much felt uncertain. But knowing that if I poured my heart into it, I wouldn't have any regret. Indeed, I genuinely excited that my sophomore year is filled with such memories, providing me with a platform to perform and enjoy. To my dear sophomore year, thank you for the countless opportunities you have given me each day, making my life so fulfilling. Honestly, It flew by so fast that I hardly had time to savor each moment before being swept into the next adventure. But still, thank you for lifting me up when I felt I was sinking. And thank you for the waves that propelled me forward with the gentle force. I hold a deep love for you. Farewell, and see you no more.